stopping. He's going back. He's going to run down. Ball gets away. This one's over.
Oh my freaking goodness.
But I got the Twins signing Carlos Correa.
Jeff Passan has the Giants getting Chris Bryant.
I am taking the Atlanta Braves.
I made it. Enjoy this great game.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today we have a big trade. It actually went down last night. The Detroit Tigers have added Austin Meadows in a deal with the Tampa Bay Rays. This is a big surprise. I did not think the Rays were going to move on this early from Austin Meadows, who is just entering arbitration. So he still has, some good years left with whatever team he's with before he becomes a, unrestricted free agent. So this is absolutely shocking to me, and I'm going to assume, at least I did when I first heard this, that the Tampa Bay Rays are going to get something really, really good from the Tigers. Is that the case? Well, I'll let you know what they got, and you can decide, but I'll give my opinions a little bit later. But Austin Meadows, one of my favorite players. I've always really liked this guy. And we are going to go ahead and preview the Detroit Tigers while we're doing this, so I can knock out another team preview because with the lockout, everything, and the rush spring training, haven't been able to get to all the teams like I normally do. But that being said, let's just jump into Austin Meadows, how he's been doing, and how he's going to help the Detroit Tigers. This is a dude that drove in 106 runs last year. And he also crushed 27 home runs. He hit 33 back in 2019. In 2020, he only hit 4, but hey, that's 2020. 2020 doesn't count, okay? So the dude obviously has good power. He obviously drives in runs. His batting average was a bit low at 234 in 2021, but with runners in scoring position, he had 134 at-bats. He had 40 hits. That's a 299 average, and he also hit 10 home runs in those 134 at-bats with runners in scoring position. And with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, he hit 6 home runs in just 65 at-bats, hit 277. So he is clutch. He's not the most consistent player. I mean, he hit 291 back in 2019, but that just shows the ability is there, and he could really put it together and have a, I don't know if you call it a breakout year. He's pretty much already had that, but he could have a massive season coming up in 2022 and going forward, and he could be, really good, unless the Rays know something that we don't. I'm just really surprised they let the Tigers take him. And congratulations to the Tigers, who did not wait long to address that hole in their outfield with the fractured foot on Riley Greene. So then they acquire Austin Meadows. And who is it in exchange for? That's the big question. It is 23-year-old infielder Isaac Paredes and a 2022 competitive round B draft pick. That's it. Now, to me, the 2022 competitive round B draft pick, number 71 overall, nice, but I'm not going to assume that whoever this ends up being is even going to make it to the major leagues, much less be a huge impact player. It could be, you hope, but 71st overall, we can just go back in history. 71st overall pick in 2017 was Zach Lowther by the Orioles, who did just make his debut last year, so shout out to that, but not a big name. Back in 2016, 71st overall pick was Reggie Lawson by the Padres, who I believe just got outrighted off the 40-man roster not too long ago. 2015, Jahmai Jones. 2014, Andrew Morales, okay, he's in the Mexican League right now. And I'm just trying to say that that particular part of the trade to me is almost close to nothing. You just, okay, got an extra draft pick, 71st overall, great, but not expected for that player is going to be great. So let's check out Isaac Paredes, right-handed hitting infielder, 5'11", guy's just 23 years old, from Hermosillo, Mexico, and isn't a huge power guy. In 2019 in the minor leagues, played in 127 games, hit only 13 home runs, but he did hit 282. Stole just 5 bases, not a big stolen base guy either. Made his major league debut in 2020. He played actually in 34 games, 100 at-bats, just 22 hits. That's 220 batting average, just 1 home run. And then last year, had 72 at-bats, hit just 208, 1 home run. In the minor leagues last year, he did have 262 at-bats, hit 260 with 12 home runs. And he won't be a free agent until 2027, but Austin Meadows won't be a free agent until 2025. So really interesting move right here. Now, this guy obviously is a decent fielder, but if I look at his scouting report, Actually, his fielding is rated a little bit lower than his power and his other attributes and things like that. So that is weird. Sure-handed guy, strong, accurate arm, makes some good plays. And we are talking about the Tampa Bay Rays, so maybe Austin Paredes goes on to be Babe Ruth or something. But I'm not seeing the reason for this move. Just looking at the stats, just glancing quickly at this trade, and I mean not too quickly. I did some research over the last couple hours trying to just figure out why the Rays did this, and I'm not really sure. So when I'm not sure on something, I jump to the most reliable source on the internet, and that would be Twitter. I was being sarcastic, by the way, but I shouldn't have to explain that. But I realize more and more I have to explain things like that because people don't always get it. Trust me, you're like, dude, of course people know that was sarcastic. Trust me. Trust me, someone in the chat's going to be like, this dude thinks that Twitter's the most freaking reliable source. What a dumbass. Moving on, and we can jump in here to the comments. I really just want to see how people are reacting, because at least these are going to be real people here reacting and giving their thoughts on this to see if they're kind of thinking what I'm thinking. And when you scroll down, Tigers got fleeced. This guy says Tigers got fleeced. How? How the hell did the Tigers get fleeced? Meadows is a star. Paredes haven't proven anything. That's what I'm saying. Career 260 hitter with the best average coming in as a rookie. 2 times in 5 seasons, got 100+ hits. I think we have different definitions for a star. Oh, that's fine. Maybe he's not a star, but Paredes certainly is not a star at all. If you tell me one or the other is a star, which one? Austin Meadows. One or the other has a baseball card that says superstar Austin Meadows. Why would any team trade with the Rays that literally win every trade? That's the thing about it. If it weren't the Rays, I would just be like, what? What is going on? 4th place Rays team, thank you for your cheapness, Rays. Let's see what the replies say, because there's going to be a good argument. Boston or Rays, don't care which it is. 4th place pretty much locked up for the Yankees. Farhan didn't look into this. Giants fan there. No, I would love to have Austin Meadows. I would absolutely love to have him. I almost said Austin Riley. I love Austin Riley too. But yeah, why do the Rays need a shortstop? Didn't they just sign Franco for 11 years? Don't question the Rays front office. At some point, everyone just don't question the Rays front office. Well, I'm definitely going to question the Rays. If I'm a Rays fan, I'm pissed if I'm a Rays fan. I'm curious if you are a Rays fan. Let me know. I don't understand this trade at all by the Rays, but knowing them, they'll still somehow win this trade. Always trade their prime superstar for young attainable assets. Okay, I get that. I get this. Trade your prime superstar for young attainable assets. Paredes, all due respect, I don't see it there. Not in the stats. Not what he's done in the minor leagues. Not what he's done in the major leagues. And you get a competitive 71st overall pick. I just, talked about who you could end up getting there. I mean, all due respect to those guys too, but 71st overall pick, I'm sure if you look far enough, you'll find someone good, but it's not likely that player is going to be that great. So as far as I'm concerned, you're basically trading pretty much Austin Meadows for Paredes. And I don't see it. I don't see why. I feel like you could have got a ton more. A ton more. I don't make that deal. 29 other teams, somebody's going to give you something more for Austin Meadows. If not now, wait till the season gets going and injuries start piling up and a team needs an outfielder. Look at the Dodgers. Can you imagine? I mean, I know the Dodgers may not have as many great prospects as they used to because of all the trades they've done, but just imagine, or the Giants themselves. Giants, if we're in a pennant race, if we're doing well and winning a lot of games and some of our outfielders go down, God forbid, Jock Peterson gets hurt, Wade Jr. gets hurt, who's already hurt. We got guys in our minor league system, okay? Jairo Pomares is freaking legit. We got dudes. This is a shocker, but am I smarter than the Rays front office? Hell no. So ultimately, yes, you're right. Everyone who's commenting right now, this dude thinks he knows more than the Rays office. No, I do not. So we're going to have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They've earned that. But just looking at these two guys, I don't get it. But let's jump into the Tigers lineup with Austin Meadows and see what it looks like. And here we have that lineup, at least a potential lineup. This is on Fangraphs, so any mistakes on this lineup, please correct me in the comment section down below. Just going with Fangraphs. I have looked into the Tigers when I did my predictions a couple days ago. I really like this team. I like their youth. I like them, especially in 23 and 24. I think this could be a division-winning team. I don't know about this year, but obviously Akil Baddoo leading off, very young, exciting player. Robbie Grossman, okay, switch hitter, former Oakland A, picked him up at some point not too long ago. Now, this is one of their big pickups in the offseason. Absolutely love this move. you got to bring in, you can't just rely on all your youngsters. You got to bring on good players like they did with Austin Meadows that we just talked about, but also Javier Baez, one of those exciting players in the game. Maybe he's not the best shortstop in baseball, but the dude has extreme pop, huge swing, can go into slumps, but so exciting defensively. Such a cool player, and I think the fans are going to love him over in Detroit. Austin Meadows, we've talked about. Miguel Cabrera, guy you might have heard of. He'll be in the Hall of Fame very soon. Obviously, Miguel Cabrera is past his prime, but still, you know, leadership ability and still got good power there. And as a DH, love to have him in the lineup. And then one of the Tigers' best players here, at least before this recent pickup here, and if you don't count Miguel, you got Candelario. And I really like this dude. Led the league with 42 doubles, hit 271, OPS of 795. Jonathan Scope, another guy, pretty solid, can get on base. Hit 278 last year, good power, 22 home runs, and he has hit over 30 back in 2017 with Baltimore. Then there's Spencer Torkelson, of course, the first overall pick. I mean, I don't know how he's going to do until we see it, but obviously the dude is insane potential, extreme power. I saw him go deep in spring training, and I'm just, you know, really excited to see what he can do. Tucker Barnhart behind the dish. It's not a bad lineup. I mean, it maybe lacks a little thump when you compare it to some of the other teams in baseball, of course, but a lot of exciting players. And when you add Austin Meadows, that changes a lot. Of course, like I said, you know, they had a prospect ready to go, but he's hurt. So you plug in Austin Meadows. Good looking lineup, and, you know, anything can happen in this game. And with teams like the White Sox, really good. If suddenly they struggle, and, you know, the Guardians could have a rough year, there's no guarantees there. This division could be interesting. Okay, you sign Eduardo Rodriguez, good pitcher from the Red Sox, won 19 games a couple years ago. Casey Mize, your #1 overall pick, just above Joey Bart. Sky is the limit for him, or should I say the ceiling is the roof. Tyreek Skubal, he's also got really good strikeout stuff, and, you know, relatively young, only 25, quite young actually, and he could have a really good year, and I think he's getting ready for a breakout year. Then you have Matt Manning, another first-round pick. He looked fantastic a couple years ago, or, you know, I guess it's 3 years ago now, but in 2019, looked like he was going to be awesome. But, you know, everything happened. The COVID 2020 year got canceled. Last year, he didn't pitch that great, but that was his rookie year. Let's see what he can do. I'm just saying there's a possibility that some of these guys are really good. And then Tyler Alexander, but you got a good mix here of lefties and righties. Tyler Alexander obviously has shown amazing stuff and thrown some really good games. But, you know, again, it's a rotation that could be really good. It could be kind of bad. I guess it just kind of depends on what kind of seasons they have. But the potential is there. Eduardo Rodriguez, Casey Mize, and Skubal, I think this could be a really good 1-2-3 punch right here in 2022. And as for the bullpen, we jump down here. Gregory Soto closing games, had 18 saves last year. Good strikeout stuff here. 3.39 ERA, and he was an all-star. And then Michael Fulmer, Cisnero. Yeah, you got Jimenez, Jason Foley, Alex Lang, another former first-rounder, had an ERA just over 4 in 36 games. Struck out 39 in 35. Pretty good-looking arm there. Could have a big year. And there's a lot of young talent on this team. Big-time prospects that didn't turn out to be that great, but they're still very young, and they could still, maybe it's not too late for them. So, you know, a lot is going to have to happen for this team to be really good, but a lot could happen. It could potentially happen, just depending on how some of these guys do. Also, Ronnie Garcia on Rule 5. Michael Fulmer, I think I mentioned, another good strikeout guy, another solid arm in the bullpen. So it's not the best bullpen, but I don't think it's total trash either. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how they do. But, again, if the rotation can pitch well and hold up and go deep into games, the bullpen won't get too taxed. This team could be pretty damn good. But, you know, if they need extra help, they need extra, you know, reinforcements, there's that prospect pool. And a lot of these names are going to be familiar from recent drafts. We know about Jackson Jobe. Picked him up from Oklahoma City High School. Dude is legit. He's not going to be ready this year. Dylan Dingler potentially could be. Riley Greene, of course, we know is hurt. Spencer Torkelson's going to make a big difference here. Ryan Cradler's a fourth-round pick. Hit like 22 home runs last year in the minor leagues. Good power, good speed, really good arm, good defender, good solid player right here. Could see him very soon. Joey Wentz, Cody Clemens, of course. Cody Clemens, an infielder and an outfielder, can play a little bit as well. So there are some options here in the minor leagues. But once, guys like Greene, Torkelson gets into full flow, Jackson Jobe, once he gets promoted here in a year or two down the road, and of course, Ty Madden, pick out of Texas Longhorns pitcher. He's not going to be ready this year, but Ty Madden, great arm, nice pickup, nice draft pick here for the Tigers. So, and other guys as well, Christian Santana, obviously very exciting players on this list. And yeah, they're not all going to be ready this year, but I see the Tigers being really good in the future, and some of these guys can come up this year if needed. So, overall, I like this Tigers team. And best of luck to y'all in the 2022 season. These are the standings from last year, and the Tigers actually did finish in third last year. And I have that pretty much happening again. I think it's going to be a fight between the Tigers and Guardians. I think they can finish in second. I really do. And hey, anything can happen. They can win the division. Things can go crazy. But I still like the White Sox to win the division. I got either the Guardians or Tigers in second, the other in third, and I do have the Twins in fourth, Royals in last. Not too different from last year, but we'll have to see what happens. It's going to be a fun year. Guys, have a great day. Let me know what you think of the Tigers. Let me know if you're a Tigers fan. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate y'all's support. We're going to talk to you very, very soon, and congratulations on this trade. Just not considering that it's the Rays, just looking at it from a fan's perspective and nothing else. I think the Tigers destroyed this trade and completely won the deal, but because it's the Rays, we got to wait and see. We'll see y'all next time.
Damage control, straight to the hole. I got no chance of ever making my goal.